is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Unsolicited with Sam and Jordyn. I'm Sam, this is Jordyn, and oh baby, we got such a good episode for you guys today. I am so freaking excited. We had our first guest in our podcast's very young life on, and oh my god, Jordyn. What an amazing interview.
Oh my god, we like our first guest, absolutely iconic. And we cannot wait for you guys to hear this interview because it's absolutely amazing.
They are we'll just intro them in before we get into our interview. So we had on Darriel and Ashton from TikTok, and if you guys are Swifties, you know these are the two guys on TikTok who have been basically listening to Taylor Swift songs for the first time, reacting to them, and slowly becoming fans of Taylor Swift, which is incredible. And if you guys have been listening for the last couple of weeks, we talked about them a couple of weeks ago. And I went, Jordyn, we need to make this a reel, and we need to put it, or not a reel, a video, and we need to put it on TikTok, and maybe they'll see it. And guess what? They fucking saw it. And then we reached out to them, and they'd agreed to come on the podcast, and now we have a full ass interview with them.
No, honestly, and we owe you guys listening and everyone that follows our TikTok and follows our Instagram. Thank you guys so much, because you blew that content up so much that even with all of their notifications and all the craziness and all the engagement that they get, they were somehow able to find it. So thank you guys for listening and supporting us, and we can't wait for you guys to listen.
It's a blast. We talk about Taylor Swift, obviously, kind of learn a little bit about them, and it's a great interview. Yeah. So, and then honestly, after that, we're just going to talk about football with you guys, because we're like riding a high right now. Yes. We just so good.
So here it is.
All right, everybody. We have our first guests on the Unsolicited podcast, Darriel and Ashton from TikTok. Many of you guys know them as the guys that watch and listen to Taylor Swift for the first time. We are so pumped to have you guys on. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great. It's great to, be here. Thank you for having us.
This is also our first time on being a guest on anything, so really appreciative of being on here with y'all.
Yeah.
Yes. No, this is everything. Yeah, this is our first too, so we are so excited to have you. I brought out the All Too Well sweatshirt for today to commemorate the moment, so we're very excited.
That's crazy. You didn't even reveal that to right now.
Yeah. It's fire.
Yeah, we've literally been talking for the last 10 minutes before this. So let's hop into it. I guess where we want to start at our beginning is to hear about your guys' beginning. How did this whole thing start? How did you guys start recording videos together, specifically finding Taylor Swift songs? What kind of caused all of this to begin with?
Okay. You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we were originally just Twitch streamers, and then, he showed me the ropes on basically streaming on Twitch. Then I started doing music reactions, and then that went very well. But then I went on my own from a group that I was in, and then I just started doing reactions. And then one day, what was it, your keys?
Yeah, so I let him borrow some dress shoes.
Right.
And I was coming over to pick him up, and he was like, it was the Taylor Swift Karma.
Yeah.
He had just started doing his own thing, like doing his own reactions dolo. And he just was like, this is what I was going to record today. You can record with me if you want. And we did that video, and it did really well. So we just started recording after that together. And that was about 3-4 months ago.
That was 3 or 4 months ago. Before that, a friend had told me, like, oh, you should react to Taylor Swift. And I was like, that doesn't really look like it would work with what I have going on, because I was originally doing hip hop.
Yeah.
But the Ice Spice helped us like
bridge the gap.
Bridge the gap and make more sense to where, I was shocked on that collaboration. So I was like, okay, let's see what's going on.
I think we all were a little shocked.
Yeah.
And also, I think just us growing up together, we were always music oriented. and in every facet, not just hip hop or R&B. Even though that was majority of what was going on in our respective households, we was still just very open minded to whatever we listen to and watch. So the same thing that we do, we did when we was younger. There's just a camera on now. So
yeah. And so then for our first reaction that really started the series was, I was like, okay, so I can do Taylor Swift. So my friend who told me to do that, I was like, okay. She was like, the Speak Now album's coming out. I was like, okay, what song should I do on there? I think, I think what was the first one we did? Dear John. Right. Yeah. So yeah.
Hot start.
We had no idea
at all.
We had no idea.
So I listened to a little bit of it, and I was like, okay, no, I need to turn this off. So then I was like, this is good. This is gonna be good. So I paused, and then that's when I was like, showing my friend, Taylor Swift, because initially my page had only known me, so everything that he was in, it was like showing my friend, and then, we just grew from there. And since we got so much positive feedback and so much love from the community, that we just kept doing it because there's no reason to not.
Right.
Absolutely. And especially, I mean, from the way we got connected. So for those that don't know, we were talking about Darriel and Ashton on Unsolicited, and we were like, we love watching their videos. It brought us so much joy. And so me and Sam on the pod were just like, let's try and get them on the show. And we uploaded the clip and they found it. And I think you guys found it because even from us talking about you guys, there was so much positivity and so much good vibes in the comments. All the Swifties were commenting how much they enjoy watching you and how much they appreciate you guys. So it really is, everything you guys are doing is so awesome. And now we have to ask, the people have to know, what is your favorite song, your favorite Taylor Swift song, I should say, that you guys have reacted to so far?
My mind automatically always goes to Clean, just from the concept and the emotion in it. But I fight between Clean and All Too Well so much. Right. And now Cardigan's like, you're
big in folklore. I've noticed.
That's my speed for real. But Cardigan probably has been getting played more than anything. It changes so much. But I'll say right now, I'll say Clean before I'll say Cardigan now.
I think I don't know about a top one. I liked All Too Well. I liked All Too Well, and I was fine with the 5-minute version. So the 10-minute version was like, okay, this is
crazy.
But especially knowing how the 10-minute version was made is makes it even deeper. But I think after we did False God, that was just such a vibe that it really sat pretty high for me. I'm not sure. Yeah, we just did that one not too long ago. I love the story of like Right Where You Left Me, but I think I'm gonna stick with False God for right now.
The sax and False God, nothing hits the same.
It was amazing. I'm listening to classic jazz on a day-to-day basis. I've always been like that, so she knew it was for me.
So wait, so you just mentioned Right Where You Left Me, and which is a completely gut-wrenching song. Which one do you think is worse? Right Where You Left Me or You're Losing Me? Because I feel like those are two very, very tough songs to listen to.
Right Where You Left Me definitely took more out of me, I would say. That's the tougher listen to me. But You're Losing Me is insane.
You're Losing Me with also like they let us know that it's her actual heartbeat in it too, and then like I'm gonna go You're Losing Me as far as like
we can split on that.
Yeah, we can split on that. Me personally, just because. Yeah, after hearing that's tough. Just because like personal experience and how hard it hit, it was very, very tough. So.
No, and you say that the Swifties keep telling you all these things about her life and like little hints about her music. So how much about Taylor's life have you learned through her music and from the Swifties? And what's your favorite thing that you've learned so far? And is there anything that you want to tell us and elaborate on a little bit?
I think that, I don't know about if it's anything that they specifically told us, but just her ability to, like, the story of how powerful of or how strong of a woman she's shown the world that a woman can be in an industry, and also take it over, and also kind of spin a contract to the point where I can still get what I need from the situation, and y'all aren't going to get the money that y'all deserve. And then I'll go on tour around the world and then show y'all that y'all are still not getting any money from that. So, and then also while I'm going on tour around the world, give just anybody, a lot of people involved, as much money as I can, just because I can.
Yes.
Yeah, like
we see a lot of that she's like just blessing people left and right that work for the tour.
All of that.
Yeah. I think all the truck workers got a bonus of $100,000 each.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
And I know when she was in Philly too, and I know she's doing this in every city, like whatever city she was in, she would give back to communities. And like, I know she's from PA, but she gave back to like a cheesesteak place, and she bought like $100,000 worth of cheesesteaks and was just like here, and gave them a crazy tip and all this stuff. So, I mean, her and the Barbie movie were literally balancing out the economy at one point.
Yeah, I've literally read that. Yeah, that when she goes to a specific city, the economy boosts in that city because, you know, the tourist attraction brings so much business to the city.
We definitely have learned a lot about her personal life. I tend to, with celebrities or with artists, I tend to kind of stay away from being in their business too much. Just out of, I don't know, that's just how I am. But we do learn a lot of things just by default. The story that goes along with vigilante shit, probably my favorite story. I don't want to get too much into it, but that's probably my favorite story. That's just boss shit.
I love that story and My Tears Ricochet are like based on the same thing, and yet they are two completely different songs.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah. I mean, I love Dear John for that same effect though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean,
R.I.P. John Mayer.
Yes. Yeah, she had to come out and say like, don't rip John Mayer to shreds, please, because we know that you will.
Right.
I still wore an R.I.P. John t-shirt to my Speak Now release party, and I don't regret it.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Jordyn has gone to 3 different shows for the Eras Tour.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. I saw her twice in Philly, and then me, my mom, and my sister flew out to LA, and we got to see her in SoFi Stadium, and that was it was my first time in LA, my first time in SoFi, and it was just the most surreal feeling ever.
Did you like LA?
Oh my God, I almost did not come back from LA.
She told me, she was like, I want to move.
Yeah, no, I was just there, and I was like, a weight was lifted off my shoulders being there. And I'd been to California before. My cousin lives in San Diego, but there was something vibey about LA. I loved it.
For sure. Yeah. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about folklore for a little bit, because this is like, you know, you guys are kind of on that track right now. So what are your thoughts on like this whole trilogy that's going on with these characters that she made up, and this entire album that's supposed to be folklore with hints of truth here and there? Right. And what did you guys really expect going into that?
I think I spoke about it on one of the videos we did, where I was just astonished at her ability to craft stories and also complete them with the writing that she's so good at. Having them being completely fictional was it's just crazy that it's like she's writing a book with melodies and very descriptive lyrics. And I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. And I also think kind of us figuring out the story with a little bit of help, or a lot of the reactions we going blind. So I think on the one we just did, we got it wrong. So
which is fair, because
part of the process.
Yeah.
We were just giving false information, which was,
people plotting on us, man.
Yeah. They tried to they sent us and tagged us in some stuff that was just basically like laying out instead of just watching the Long Pond sessions, it out incorrectly where it all ties into the into the trilogy, which when I broke it down, it made perfect sense. So I don't really know.
It did.
But And then he was asking as far as like what I expected.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I didn't know the versatility that I was gonna experience at all.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that helped them become fans. We were already, fans before then, but I like when you understand that she is an artist, not a person that is whatever you. She kind of sorry, let me explain. She allows you to have your thoughts about her just so that she can prove you wrong. Because it's just showing you like, okay, cool, this is the box you put me in, and then me showing you me showing you how to take me out that box. Listen to this album, cool, then listen to this album, and then also I watched the speech that she gave about, I think she was Woman of the Decade or something like that.
Yeah.
That's
crazy. That's just a crazy title in general.
To be an entire woman of an entire decade, like
yeah,
that's like
crazy.
Crazy.
So yeah, I don't know. As far as folklore is concerned, it definitely is my favorite one so far.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard everything, so
yeah. I think it's both of our favorites too.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people just folklore is a no skip album. Did you guys know that Betty, James, and Inez are Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's children's names?
Yeah, I've saw that.
A couple times I've seen that.
I saw those
I'm like,
comments,
no way.
yeah.
That's
And when she released Folklore, it was like the release of when they had Betty, like their newest daughter. So like,
oh wow,
it was basically like the name release was when it said Betty, and then they heard all the other names in it, and it was like, oh my god, that's their baby's name.
I didn't know that much. No.
What a release. What?
Right. It's crazy. I will never forget the feeling because Folklore came out like peak pandemic.
Yeah,
so
it
I
was
was
like the summer.
driving. You couldn't go anywhere. So I'm driving. My mom was like, you've been driving for like 2 hours. Where are you going? She got so mad at me. She thought I was going places. And I was like, no, Mom, you don't understand. I'm just driving around our little town listening to this album because it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
And I will never forget like the first time I was listening to it and I started noticing the connecting dots. And I was just like, wait a minute. Because like when it first came out, no one had any idea.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're picking up. And I remember texting my friends and I'm like, does this belong to this? And then this goes with this. And all of a sudden I'm looking on Twitter and everyone's piecing it together. And I was just like, this woman and her freaking mind.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It really is unbelievable.
Yeah. Just the epitome of artistry and creativity through music. I love stuff like that always. We look for those things.
Yeah. I mean, to tell a story and not tell people you're telling a story, just so that they can find it as like, oh, if you really like my music, you'll find it. Like that was fire.
I mean, it even took me a hot minute to realize that it was like Folklore was the name of the album, and it's like Folklore is
I didn't get that
stories.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even put that together until like a year ago.
I know. I did not get that either.
I like when I say like literally like very recently I figured it out. Like that's why it's named Folklore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we in a reaction we was like, what is this genre of music?
Literally folklore. No, and then the craziest feeling ever was I will never forget. I'm dead asleep and my mom opens my door. This is 6 months after Folklore came out. She goes, Taylor Swift's releasing an album. And I was like, Mom, you're tripping. She just released one. And I was like, it came out already. And she was like, Jordyn, I swear to God, there's another album coming out tonight. And I Googled it and it was Evermore. And I was like, literally, what the hell is going on?
We don't know too much about that one yet, but
You'll get there.
Have you guys done Champagne Problems yet?
Yeah. I think it's the only one we've done off that one.
Okay. Evermore is, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on Evermore because it's weird.
Yeah, it's half and half. Some people really love it. Some people really hate it. So
yeah, but it's very folklore vibe. So it's interesting that everyone loves Folklore, but not everyone loves Evermore. So I'm definitely interested to hear your guys' thoughts on that.
Yeah, we're looking forward to covering that one too.
Because Champagne Problems was really good.
Yeah,
so, in my
Champagne
opinion,
Problems is a work of art.
God.
Yeah.
Me at the tour listening to that for the first time live, I was like, just sobbing.
Is Marjorie on that one, or is it on Folklore? Marjorie, is that on?
That's on Evermore.
Yeah, that's Evermore.
Okay, so yeah, we're in for something. I don't know.
Oh boy.
We'll see.
Good luck. And we saw that you guys have reviewed some of Olivia Rodrigo's songs too. Do you have a favorite Olivia Rodrigo song?
Yeah. That last one was crazy. What was it? Happier?
Mm-hmm.
Happier.
Oh.
Happier. Oh my God.
We're so
gut-wrenching.
Yeah, that one is tough. We're
I
so
love
early
her.
on her, but yeah, we love her. Get 'Em Back off the new album. I'm always singing the hook to that. You can ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always singing that hook. I don't know. She's very talented. I love her. So I'm excited to watch more of that. But so far, Get 'Em Back.
It's funny because when you guys did get him back, I actually posted a TikTok about this, but Darriel, you said it sounded like the Beastie Boys. And literally the day before we were on the podcast and I said that, I was like, this sounds like the Beastie Boys. And Jordyn had a similar reaction to Ashton, like, okay. And I was like, no, it sounds like the Beastie Boys.
I was like, sure.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
There was like, there's no way. There's no way that we had that same thought. But it does. It really does.
Yeah. I see the inspiration, even if there wasn't one. I mean, the cadence made it. The style made it. I don't know. My mom raised me on a lot of that. She loved the Beastie Boys, so I couldn't help but pick that up. That was funny.
So you guys have only listened to Get Him Back off of Guts. Is there anything else off of Guts you've listened to?
Not yet.
Oh, you're in for a ride.
If I can offer you guys one suggestion from Guts that's like I would say like a step up from Happier is Logical.
Okay. Yeah.
We've seen that.
The bridge of that song sent me into an orbit.
Oh, really?
Insane.
Okay. And if you want to be sent into an orbit and then jump off a cliff, listen to that and then The Grudge.
Oh, okay.
And then Teenage Dream.
And then Teenage Dream.
She literally said that this album was less sad than Sour, and I just don't believe her.
She set y'all up.
She really did. And it's funny because Olivia has Happier, which is absolutely not a happy song. And then Taylor Swift on Evermore has a song, Happiness, even less of a happy song. And I'm like, girl, stop teasing me.
Yeah, and when we did a Billie Eilish reaction, it was Happier Than Ever. So I was like, okay.
And it pulled me apart. Like,
dude, that song.
And the Kelly Clarkson version I saw you guys did too, which is
powerful.
If I was an artist and Kelly Clarkson ever covered one of my songs, I would quit.
Yeah.
Like
that's her song.
Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know how to.
Oh, it's so much to process.
Yeah.
But is there any way that you guys could give us a little sneak peek? Is there anything coming up on the to be listened to yet, or anything that's in the queue that you guys are really excited for?
Really
Do you have it written? Do you have a list? Is that what?
Oh my god, that's so cute.
You both just like craned at the same time.
I was like,
Yeah.
Looking for the exit? No.
Yeah. Can we run out without giving any hints?
Oh yeah, you can put that on there. I mean, because y'all already told like the things that you listed as far as Olivia Rodrigo's album, those were already up there.
Oh.
But yeah. Sorry. And then I mean, there's an artist that they've been asking us to do a lot that we just haven't gotten into hers yet, and that
we're gonna react to Lana Del Rey.
Oh,
I can't wait for that.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And then should we do? But that's not
What,
crazy. Yeah.
It's not. It's not. Yeah, it's not crazy. It's expected, isn't it? I mean, because what happens is like whenever they tell us what they want to see, well, we have a calendar right there, and then we'll just write out our week, and then we'll try to put as much as what was requested on there, and then
Organized.
Yeah,
organized.
It's trying. But
you guys are crushing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love it.
I mean,
that's not too crazy. I mean, we're gonna, because the VMAs just happened, and it was nominated for a lot. So we're gonna watch the Anti-Hero video. I'm pretty sure.
Nice. I love
her
that.
music videos are, and now
she
she's
writes
like
and directs them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
When we
know.
watched Bad Blood, and then it was like directed and all that by her, I'm like,
Yeah. And
yeah, she is.
what was the one with Taylor Lautner in it? That was written and directed
I
by
Can See You.
I Can See You.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That sent everybody off of a cliff when that happened.
Yeah.
That got released at like, what was that, like midnight, Jordan? And we were like, oh my God, it's the I Can See You music video. And then it was like, oh my God, it's Taylor Lautner.
Yeah.
And then he showed up at the Eras tour. It was like,
Yeah.
And he was in movie mode too in that video. He was
Yeah.
he was hitting up his Shark Boy like back in the day type of thing. For real.
Yeah, he needs to put me on to those workouts because I don't know how to.
The Shark Boy and Lava Girl workout tape.
Yeah.
for sure.
Have you guys heard the latest of what's happening too? That now there is a vault, a 1989. She does this thing when she's releasing a new Taylor's version album for the vault tracks. She'll literally release a vault and she opens it, and it's the titles of the songs, but all scrambled up. So right now, like Swifties literally broke Google. It's like just started happening today, where if you like Google Taylor Swift, and I haven't been able to get onto it yet. Oh, I love that I get to tell you this. If you Google Taylor Swift, like all these like puzzles will come up, and it's like a word scramble, and it gives you a hint. And she's having all the Swifties like unscramble all of these words. And she's like, when you get all 33 million of them, I'll give you the vault for like the names of all the vault tracks. But only certain people in the US are getting it. And then Google literally tweeted and they were like, stop Googling Taylor Swift. You broke us. Like we're trying to fix it. Like
Crazy.
So yeah, they broke Google.
Yeah, which is not surprising. We break a lot of things.
Ticketmaster, Google,
Ticketmaster.
Right.
They should understand that by now. I don't understand. Like you knew what you were getting into.
Yeah.
There's no IP or like no setup online that's gonna stop you from that at all.
They need to increase the bandwidth just for her on every platform.
They really do. And the last question that I have for you guys tonight, do you guys plan on going to see the Eras Tour movie, or would you try and get tickets when the second US leg comes back?
I would rather do that.
You'd rather do that? You'd rather just either see it live?
I'd much rather see it live.
For sure.
2024?
Yeah.
I was like, my mom was showing me, and she was like, "Oh no, she's coming back." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I thought it was over.
No, we got like another year
break.
Yeah,
and then she's gonna be like all in like Tokyo and Europe and all over there. And then I'm on the wait list for the Miami shows. I don't live anywhere near Miami.
Okay, I'm on the wait list for Indianapolis. I'm in New Jersey, so that's fun. I've already seen her 3 times.
So she's visiting every city again next year?
No. She's doing, it's like 3 shows in Miami, 3 shows in Indianapolis, 3 shows in New Orleans.
Yeah, that's the other one.
I think it's those 3, right?
Yeah.
For right now.
Okay.
I'm sure she'll add more, but for now, that's the 3 that she has.
The New Orleans ones would probably be the ones we try to get into since we're right here in Dallas. But I would much rather see it live for sure. But I'm not opposed to going and see the movie as well.
Yeah. Just go see it with a couple of supporters. I'd rather just do that too if it's possible. But I don't know. Miami does sound fun.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I was like, make a trip out of it. Go to the beach. Go to the Eras Tour.
Yeah.
We can see what's going on.
But you're also,
for sure.
Right? You said you're waitlisted for that. So if we were to get on that wait list, we're probably not gonna make it, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I was in the queue like when they first went live, and then they basically were just like, you'll get an email, and then I got an email and it was like, you're on the wait list, and I was like, great, thanks. So don't think it's gonna.
Me and Sam were together trying to get tickets. We were in the office of our job, not working, trying to get Eras Tour tickets. And I was trying to get tickets for Philly. She was trying to get tickets for MetLife. And literally she was logging in, and like as she was in the queue, it was like sold out. Like it's such an insane. It's going to war. It's the Great War.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for your time today. Please plug all of your TikTok pages, YouTube pages, anything you want to throw out there.
Well, first of all, thank y'all so much for having us. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, this was really fun. I appreciate that.
Yes,
You're welcome back anytime.
Yeah, whenever.
We'll probably take you up on that.
Definitely.
Good.
Where to follow us? Darriel Music on TikTok, Darriel and Ashton on YouTube. Those are the big things going on right now. We're gonna start streaming on Twitch at Darriel and Ashton as well. That's gonna be something we're gonna start prioritizing as well. So if anything, the Twitch is huge. To go ahead and follow that one.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
being our first guest and everything.
That was amazing.
It was a pleasure.
It was very fun. Yeah.
All right, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed that interview with Darriel and Ashton. We know we did. I think we even said after we went off with them, Jordyn was like, "Did we just make a Swiftie internet friend?" I think we did.
I think we did.
I think we totally did because they were so lovely and so wonderful. And hopefully they're going to come back on the show again. We seem to have put off a good impression.
Yes. Oh, and they were literally the nicest people I think I've ever talked to. I enjoyed every single second of that.
For sure. So make sure to check them out on TikTok if you guys don't know who they are, because they put out some phenomenal content. And they're not just Taylor Swift. They've been putting out, here's their TikTok @s below. They've been putting out Olivia Rodrigo stuff like we were talking about. They gave us a little inside scoop of what they're going to be doing in the future. So they just do a lot of stuff. I know people are SZA fans. They put out SZA stuff. And I, as someone who likes SOS, I like watching those videos as well. So they have a little bit of everything for whoever you are in the world.
Yes, and make sure Twitch is their big one. It's at Darriel and Ashton on Twitch.
Yes.
So definitely check them out there. Check them out everywhere. And now that we've given our Taylor Swift music fix of the episode, it is time to jump back into the NFL side of things that we do here on Unsolicited, which we are so excited for because week 2 of the NFL season, except week 2, it kind of came and went, was very chaotic. Sam was working.
Yes.
There's been a lot going on. We literally sat here and we were like, what actually happened in week 2?
I also just called it week 1. So that should just go to show where we're at right now.
She literally looked me dead in the eyes and said, Jordyn, I don't know what happened in week 1. I was like, babe, we just had week 2. And she said, exactly.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a mess, but we have a couple things to talk about before we get into our Pick Ems.
Number 1 is something that I know we're not going to really love talking about, but we have to talk about it because it's getting kind of ugly. The Los Angeles Chargers, starting off this season 0-2, had a really tough loss to the Tennessee Titans this weekend. Are they bad? Are the Chargers bad?
I'd like to say the team, the talent is not. The coaching, however, I'm not riding the Brandon Staley bus anymore. I don't even think I was ever really on the Brandon Staley bus. But you have Justin Herbert, who is such a fucking gunslinger. That kid is so good at throwing the football. I utilize him more. Like, I feel like there's just pieces that are just not clicking offensively in terms of the coaching. That's just my thought. And obviously they didn't have Austin Eckler.
I was going to say, obviously missing Austin Eckler is a huge part of this offense. So that could have done it. However, the only thing that makes me nervous, I agree that Brandon Staley is not the answer. I think if by middle of this season, if they don't start to figure it out, if they keep letting the Raiders kind of run that division, which is really weird to hear, then I think his job is in trouble. I think it's already in trouble. But like I said, if by middle of the season they really don't figure out, I think it's going to be done for him. The only thing that makes me nervous long term is I said the same things about Anthony Lynn. And now there's another coach in here and something still isn't working. And listen, I'm bolt up gang all the way. Justin Herbert is my hero. I have his jersey, the powder blue hanging in my closet. I want to braid that man's hair. I love him. However, do we think he is on track to be the next Phillip Rivers?
Oh, that's a painful sentence.
Right?
Like so good, but will never reach a Super Bowl.
Right? Like,
it's unfortunate, but it's like not out of the realm of possibility.
Not out of the realm of I mean, you have Joe Burrow, who's already been there. You have Jalen Hurts, who's already been there. Brock Purdy almost made it. And Justin Herbert can't seem to do it.
It's I always want to think that, like, you know how like Josh Allen kind of struggled at playoffs in the beginning and like obviously got better at it. Still hasn't made it. I mean, Josh Allen hasn't made it to the Super Bowl either.
But he made it to the AFC. Oh, wait, no, he hasn't made it to the AFC Championship game. That was the overtime to go into the
AFC Championship because it's
Oof.
So people rank these guys so high, but like, and then we love Justin Herbert, we love Josh Allen, we love Joe Burrow, like we love the Jays.
We do the Jalens.
The Jalens. I even love Jalen Hurts. Like, I just got a freaking thirst trap video of him on my TikTok today. And did I like it? 100% I did.
Oh, you did you?
Yeah. I love looking at Jalen Hurts' face. I don't like seeing him in an Eagles jersey. But you know, it is what it is. Yeah. But overall, like, yeah, they were ranking these guys so high, but Patrick Mahomes is really the only guy who's actually winning Super Bowls out of this like power quarterback like grouping.
New era,
right? Like you like the other one who in the last couple of years has won a Super Bowl is Matt Stafford. He's not young.
No,
like it's always Patrick Mahomes. It's been Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Matt Stafford, Patrick Mahomes.
It's crazy.
I don't see any J's in there, unfortunately.
No, none of our J names. They haven't done it yet. Jalen got there, but couldn't pull the trigger, and it's because of another J name, Jonathan Gannon. But that's a whole nother story. And then the craziest thing about this is, so we're questioning Justin Herbert, we're questioning Josh Allen a little bit, we're questioning these guys that should be dominating, awesome. But then we have this banner, which I know makes Sam very happy. You have Baker Mayfield out here looking fantastic. Literally,
he looks so good. I love it. I love it.
I know. I bet you do. I don't.
Huge Baker Mayfield believer. Always been. Always been. I don't know if I've even shown it on the show or not, but the background of my phone, Baker Mayfield, and my little wedding countdown widget. Oop, I just got a text. I just got a text. Oh, no. 270 days until I say I do.
Oh my god, I can't wait to be there.
Anyways, Baker Mayfield. I'll be getting married to him that day. So mark your calendars. No, just kidding.
Sorry, Michael.
I love Emily Mayfield. But I cannot believe. And the thing is that they're going into next week. They're playing the Eagles on next Monday night. And like everybody's saying like, oh, this is the wake up call. This is the wake up call. And like, yes, the Eagles are still a good team, but I feel like they're not as strong as I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like they aren't showing as much of a strong team as they did last year.
No, absolutely not. And I even said coming into the season, I was like, I still think we're a good football team, but I word for word said, I don't think that we're going to be as dominant as we came out of the season last year. And the good news, I mean, Eagles Twitter, I mean, as you can imagine, is a toxic place to be. And you have fans freaking out. And I'm like, listen, you're right. Sam's 100% right. Eagles don't look as strong as we did, but we're still 2-0. So like, imagine when it all starts to click. We still started off the season with 2 wins. Like, we're 2 wins ahead of like what we could, the alternative, which is starting 0-2. So I'm not feeling too comfortable. I'm feeling okay. And I'm just hoping that it all starts to click. And I don't want to get too much into Monday Night Football yet.
Yeah.
Because there is a whole Monday Night Football conspiracy theory that we are going to get into. But yeah, I guess I have to say that Baker Mayfield looks good.
I think it's just, I mean, he was a first overall pick. Like, not all first overall picks obviously do great, but you'd think that they have a talent that's why they went first overall to begin with. But like, maybe this is fine. Like, maybe this scheme, maybe this coaching is just finally working. Like, why not? Why, better late than never, but like, he did bring the Browns to a playoff game for the first time in like a gajillion years and won.
This
Like,
is true.
Trust me, I'll never say anything bad about him. I will say I'll know when he's not playing about his best. But like, to this day, I still think about that Thursday night game when he was on the Rams and he just like showed up like 2 days before, and then all of a sudden he fucking threw a bomb down the field and won the game. I was like, I love this moment.
No, and honestly, coming into this season, I was fully expecting Baker Mayfield to start off the season with that kind of game and then look like Baker Mayfield that we're used to seeing. But it's week 2, and he still looked good. And now, I mean, now you have the Browns who are really struggling. I mean, obviously they won their first game, which was unexpected, but for some reason they just owned the Bengals. So I guess it should have been expected.
Yeah.
Had a really tight fought game against the Steelers this past Monday night.
It was a good game.
It was a good game. It was good. It was exciting. But Deshaun Watson doesn't look good. So now it's like, do you think the Browns are having this like, damn, should we have kept Baker? Like, should we have built Baker up more and not have gone for Deshaun Watson?
You ain't getting him back.
Oh my!
Staying in Florida,
if Baker Mayfield just ended up back on the Browns?
I think I'd be a little sad. I'm not gonna lie. I don't
really. You don't want him to go back?
No, it's like the Browns and the Jets. It's where quarterbacks go to die. It's just, and I mean, sorry, Aaron. Sorry, buddy. He's not dead. We're just thinking about it. Did you see he's like at SeaWorld right now?
Dude, and he's like, oh yeah, I'll play in the playoffs. And I'm like, one, Zach Wilson has to get them there. And then
he's just like, yeah, I'll be back in January. And I'm like, with what team?
Yeah. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, he's just like at SeaWorld, like using like the whale calls to like heal his Achilles or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, no, he's one of a kind. That's definitely something. You know what else was something? Watching the Giants come back from 20-0.
Okay, I am like, if you guys want to roast me for not believing in this team, I will take it because I think I was still in the right with what I said. Because they looked so horrific, and going into this game, yes, it was the Cardinals. But did you see how they looked in the beginning of that game? They did not look good. Somebody said something at halftime. Like, basically, like, if you don't get your fucking shit together. Actually, I watched Daniel Jones this morning on Kay Adams' show.
Up and Adams?
Yes. And she asked, like, what was said. And Daniel Jones, who is just the cutest little bean, was just like, oh yeah, there were a couple F-bombs dropped here and there, but it was all positive. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. I think there was threats, there was pointy objects.
Oh, yeah.
So there's no way that's one of the best comebacks in NFL history. You can't tell me there wasn't screaming going on in that locker room. But I lost a year off my life, but we're here.
Can you imagine if Brian Daboll in the locker room just was like, guys, everybody sit down, silence. And then all of a sudden he just plays, are you ready for it?
Dun.
And that's
us
what
as NFL
back.
Coaches.
Wait, what was that?
I said us as NFL coaches.
I mean, I think it would work. Also, speaking of NFL coaches, real quick, Mike McDaniels in Sunday Night Football, when they were like, "Wow, that get up against Bill Belichick's defense, what did you do?" He's like, I didn't do anything.
And then when he's like walking, and then all of a sudden he's in full sprint, I was like, "This man is so unhinged." It's unbelievable.
I love him. I saw someone, I can't remember if it was a TikTok or if I saw on Twitter, but someone posted something that was like, this man literally played so much Madden that he ended up being an NFL coach, and now he's just here. Like,
no, that is the most true statement I think I've ever heard.
yes.
My favorite thing still to this day is somebody was like, Mike McDaniels looks like his dad left him with a football team for the weekend as his dad went away on business, and that he's like in charge as like his wealthy father's son. And I'm like, to this day, I'm like, I can't unsee it.
No.
That's all Mike McDaniels is to me.
And the vaping on the sideline in the sweatshirts. Like,
you can't convince me he wasn't vaping.
No, he like basically confirmed it. He obviously couldn't say it.
Yeah.
But he didn't deny it.
He was funny.
Oh,
he was a funny
I love
dude.
that man. I love that man. And so far we have to take a dark turn.
Oh yeah.
We have to take a dark turn. Because the last 3 Monday Night Football games, there's been a tragedy every single time. The first one was the scary incident with Damar Hamlin, which obviously ended up being okay. It ended up being a remarkable story, but was terrifying to watch.
Yeah.
That was the last Monday Night Football game of last season. The opening Monday Night Football game of this season, we saw the end of Aaron Rodgers for this season after he was on the field for 75 seconds. That happened. So then you're like, okay, you know what? 2 for 2. How much worse can it get? And then we see the Nick Chubb injury in this past week of Monday Night Football, which is one of the most gruesome injuries I've ever seen. It's a lot.
I have to say, I am incredibly angry with Adam Schefter and the way that he reported this. The way he even said it on TV. He said the same thing on TV. Like, he was just like, he broke this in 2015. And I'm like, dude, lead with the year.
Yeah.
Lead with the year. Don't come out here and tell me that this man's got no tendons in his knee right now. Okay? Like, and then, of course, obviously later on, I think something similar has happened.
Yeah. No, the last I saw was a very, very severe knee injury, complete dislocation of the kneecap, and then tendon damage.
Yeah, no, not great. I watched that video a lot, though. I don't know why.
I don't know why. I watched it once, and that was...
I watched it once, and then I had to show somebody at work. So then I had to watch it again. And then I was scrolling on TikTok, and then I saw it again. And every single time I've watched it, and it's horrific.
It's horrific. The first time I saw it, because from the angle, like from the initial angle, you see him flip over. You don't see the injury. You're just like, oh, he did a somersault. It honestly looked normal until you get the other angle. And if you're squeamish at all, do not Google this video. Do not watch this video because it's a lot. It's ugly.
It's knees bending in directions they shouldn't be bending.
No.
Let's just leave it at that.
And obviously prayers up for Nick Chubb. I mean, it's hard. He's one of the best in the game right now. And
how old is he?
Not like, I want to say like 26.
He's 27. Which is like, I don't think he's done forever, but like they have said career ending.
Yeah, no, I mean, just thinking about the fact of what happened to him. Did you see the picture of his injury from college the first time he destroyed? And it's the same knee. And that image, it's not as ugly as this one, but it's ugly. So I think the fact that like he even came back from that and has been as strong as he is, and then to go through a very, very similar injury, if not worse, at 27, I think it's going to be tough. And I'm praying more than anything that we get to see him come back and he can come back for it. But I think we do have to mentally prepare ourselves that like he may not be able to, which is awful.
I wonder what's worse, to hurt the same knee twice or to get 2 tragic injuries in each of your knees. Like, I just thought about that. And I'm like, I mean, like, they both would suck. But like, is it better to have one good knee? Or is it better to have half of each knee?
I feel like it would be better to have half of each knee. Because like knowing, like I destroyed, and like when I say I destroyed my ankle, like I tore a bunch of ligaments, I fractured my ankle, but like nothing compared to the injuries that these players are having. Mine was really bad, but nothing to that extent. And I still could barely come back from it. And I remember, and I re-injured it a second time. And like, I was in a boot for my senior trip in Disney World. I was in a wheelchair because I snapped my ankle like the week before or something ridiculous. But yeah, no. And even me, like dealing with scar tissue and everything, like my one ankle is still more swollen than the other. And I don't even do anything athletic anymore at all. So I don't know, just knowing how scar tissue and all that kind of affects everything, I feel like it would be better to destroy each knee. But I don't know, but I'm really praying for him. Did you see that they're already working out Kareem Hunt?
Yeah.
Again?
And I saw half Browns fans saying, if Kareem Hunt is not a Brown by the end of the day, I'm rioting. And then the other half of the fandom saying, don't put this man near my team. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I think Kareem Hunt. I think Kareem Hunt would be like the perfect guy. Right? He already knows the system. Like, just put him back in what he knows.
I think it's more of a history thing of like personal life stuff and.
Oh yeah.
I think that probably has to do with that.
No, that makes sense.
I just realized I didn't tell you my horrible New York City transit story.
Wait,
that I meant to do in our intro, but then we got so excited about Darriel and Ashton.
Valid.
Yeah.
Please tell me your horrible New York transit story.
So basically, I was telling you this earlier before we started recording. It's UN week in New York City. And that basically just means the United Nations is happening. And like, there's cops everywhere. There's streets blocked off. There's people all over the place. It's crazy. And I actually caught a 6:50 a.m. bus this morning to make sure that I got to work before 9. I got to work at 8:30. So it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But my dad left to go to work the other day and he didn't get into work till like 11 a.m. So it's just been a crazy, crazy day with all the closing of the streets and everything. So, but this morning was fine. This morning I like went in, I was fine. I was like, whatever. Then, the way that my job works, a lot of times we leave early when we're in the office and we continue work when we get home. So I left the office at like 2:45 p.m. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to catch this bus. It says it's coming in like 5-10 minutes. I'm going to catch this bus. I'm going to head on home, finish up work, make some food, whatever. I look down at my phone to like see where the bus is. And then I look up because it said it was approaching and the bus just drove away. It didn't even stop. And there were like four people at this bus stop. Like, it just didn't even stop. And so then I had to sit there for another 30 minutes to wait for the next one.
What?
I was like, I kid you not, this was me. This is what are those things called? Like the dramatic reenactment. So I went with my mouth open. Like I was like, where? And like the light wasn't even like red right there because it's like right near the corner. So it just went through the green light and it just drove away. Because if it stopped at the red light, I was gonna like walk up to the bus and be like, hello, let me the fuck on. It just drove away. And then I had to flag down the other bus that was coming half an hour later to like pull over. And
what, do they just want to not? Are they like, oh, I just won't deal with the traffic, so I just won't pick anyone up? Like
that's the whole point of your job.
Yeah.
It's a bus stop. You stop at the bus stop.
Stop and you pick up the patrons.
Oh my God. I was like, are you kidding me? And then I was my whole shtick on the bus is that I put my backpack next to me in the aisle seat, and then I sit near the window, and then I shut my eyes and I have my headphones in so that like if people really needed to sit down, they're gonna have to wake me up. So that's my whole thing, so people don't sit next to me. I actually fell asleep and I like jolted myself away. Like my anxiety was like, oh my God, you're sitting at a bus depot right now. Like, like you slept through your bus ride. we were on 23rd Street. Like, I wasn't even in Brooklyn yet. And I was like, oh, okay. I'd been in
That
the book for
sounds
like
like a
15 minutes at that
nightmare.
point. Horrible transit day. Last week, it took me 2 hours to get home. There wasn't even any traffic.
Oh,
I don't know why it took me 2 hours to get home, but it's like 10 miles away for people who don't understand. Like, I should be home in 45 minutes. But no.
That's terrifying. I am so grateful that I no longer have to deal with commuting to New York City, because that really was it took years off my life, and I bless you every single time that you have to do it.
Well, you were much farther away. It took a lot more out of you. But
it was literally planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah. But either way.
That
was just my fun little transit story for today.
I'm so sorry. That sounds awful.
I'm here now.
You're here.
I'm in one piece.
I was actually with Sam the first time that I ever rode a city bus. We were going back to her place from our work. And I remember I was just like, the buses don't just like stop.
I was like, oh yeah, well, let's press the button or pull the cord, whatever it was we had to do. And I was like, so we can get off. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, you got to let them know that you want to get off. Otherwise, they'll just drive by the stop. And she was like, oh, but that was not the case here. If you see people standing at the stop, you have to pull over.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Christmas.
If I had the phone number to the MTA, I'd be on the phone with them and be like, what's going on?
Yeah. Hey, your bus driver just drove literally right by me.
And they would definitely be like,
there, dust collecting on my pinned up hair.
I'm right where you left me. That was me today. Yeah. They left me at the restaurant.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's going to be okay. And you know what? It's going to be okay next Monday Night Football too. No more tragedies. The curse is going to be broken. Everyone on the Bucs is going to be fine. Everyone on the Eagles is going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine.
No, because if Baker Mayfield dies, I die. If Jalen Hurts dies, everybody dies. Nobody cares about Baker Mayfield except for me. But I'm just saying. No tragedies. No tragedies allowed.
Oh my God.
Time to hop into our Pick Ems?
Yes. So this is our third week in a row doing Pick Ems, obviously, because it's week 3 of the NFL season.
I don't even know what our record is.
I don't either. I actually don't either. And every single week we go in without knowing what the heck is going on.
Nope.
All right, so you read them off last week, so I'll read them off this week.
Shick.
All right. Oh my God, both of our teams have primetime games this week.
Love that for me.
That's so fun. All right, so kicking off this week, Thursday Night Football, the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm very happy with our performance. I think that we did an amazing job on Sunday. However, it's a short week. We do not have an offensive line. We do not have a Saquon Barkley. I'm going Niners.
I'm going Niners. Falcons, Lions.
Lions.
Oh my God, this is so crazy. I just made a poll. Who are the 2 most frustrating good teams in the NFL? And I said Chargers and I said Vikings, and I had everyone vote. Chargers won, may I add, and now they play each other in week 3, 1:00 on Sunday. Who are you taking, Chargers or Vikings?
Oh, that's going to be a good game.
It is.
I think I'm going to go Vikings. They had a long week. They were last Thursday. They've had a lot of time to rest. I don't know. They looked good against the Philadelphia Eagles.
They did. I cannot have the Chargers go 0-3. I'm going to take the Chargers.
I mean, I'd love for the Chargers to win.
I know. I'm going Chargers. Bolt up, baby. Justin Herbert. You can beat Kirk Cousins. You can do it.
You can do it.
Saints, Packers.
Packers.
I'm going to go Saints.
Okay.
Saints look good.
That's fair.
Texans, Jags.
Jaguars.
Wait, didn't they all? Wasn't that the week 1 matchup?
Was it? No. Wait.
No?
No. Who did the Texans?
Oh, wait, that's preseason. Oh, wait, no, it was Jags Colts. I knew it was divisional.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% going Jags. Jags all the way. Broncos, Dolphins.
I'm gonna go Dolphins.
Dolphins. Fins up, baby. Tua for MVP. Titans, Browns. Ugly.
Ew.
Ew.
I'm gonna take the Titans again. I took them last week. I'm taking them again.
Oh, I don't know what I want to do. I'm gonna go Browns.
Okay.
Bills, Commanders.
Dude, low key, I feel like this is gonna be a high scoring game. Like whatever the line is, take the over.
Over, yeah.
I don't know what the line is.
I don't either.
I'm gonna go Bills
Yeah.
because
J name. Colts Ravens. But will Anthony Richardson be playing? I'm pretty sure
No.
he's still in concussion protocol.
I don't think he's playing.
But also everyone on the Ravens is hurt other than Lamar Jackson.
I'm gonna put the faith in Gardner Minshew. I'm gonna go Colts.
I mean, honestly, he got it done for them last week. I'm still gonna go Lamar. I'm going Ravens.
Fair. I'm gonna assume that the Colts are the underdog there, so
I would think. Jets Patriots.
Oh,
It's correct.
I'm gonna go Jets. I'm just because let's go Jets.
Fuck it, we ball. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is apparently playing in January, which means
They gotta make it to the playoffs at some point.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alrighty. Okay. Panthers, Seahawks. Ew.
Oh my god, Seahawks. Gross.
No DK Metcalf.
That's true.
Well, he's still questionable. I'm going Seahawks. Bears, Chiefs.
Ooh,
I'm
that's
going Chiefs.
horrid.
I'm going Chiefs.
I'm gonna go Chiefs.
Yeah. And watch this. This is the one weekend I was so high on the Bears. Week 1 did me dirty. Did me so dirty. And I said, you know what? I'm doubling down on my take. I'm taking them week 2. Did me even dirtier. I swear to God, if they come into week 3 and
Against the Chiefs
and beat the Kansas City Chiefs, I will plop off the Ben Franklin Bridge.
It was so funny too on Sunday when I was working. I literally was like, I started typing out Justin Fields resurgence after that touchdown, and then I literally went backspace. No, thank you. Actually, never mind.
Did you see Big Cat from Barstool, who's like a huge Bears fan, like big Chicago guy? He's like, it's done. It's like Justin Fields is dead. Like the dream is dead. And I'm like, bro, you guys were calling him MVP like all off season, and it's been 2 games and it's over. I'm not out on Justin Fields. I still love him, but figure it out, please.
Figure it out.
All right. These are not very quick picks today, but they're funny.
They're fun.
Cowboys, Cardinals.
Cowboys.
Cardinals.
I don't know why I thought about that for a second.
I'm gonna go Cardinals. Cowboys have to lose at some point.
You're gonna take the Cardinals?
Cardinals have to figure it out.
For you.
Cardinals, I mean, I took the Cowboys last week and they won. But I didn't like doing it. Realistically, Cowboys are gonna win 40-10. However,
hey, that's better than losing 40-0.
this is true. This is true.
Eh?
Oh.
You got it. I knew she'd get there.
I'd get there eventually. Steelers, Raiders.
Ooh, that'll be good. I'm gonna take the Steelers.
I'm gonna take the Steelers.
Fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball. Sam, this is gonna be tough for you, and I want you to be honest.
Yes.
Eagles, Bucks.
Honestly, head decision. I'm gonna go Bucks.
I didn't think you were actually gonna do it.
I don't think I did either until I said it out loud.
Eagles, Reno, baby. We get another Monday night doubleheader.
No.
We do. Rams, Bengals.
I'm gonna go
Is
Rams.
is Joe Burrow playing? If Joe Burrow isn't
He's
playing,
questionable.
Puka is gonna run all over the Bengals.
He is questionable, so I'm gonna go Rams.
If Joe Burrow is playing, I'll go Bengals. If Joe Burrow isn't playing, I'll go Rams.
Okay.
So my decision is a game time decision.
If Joe Burrow finally wins a game next week, I'll wear my Joe Burrow Eras Tour t-shirt on the show next week.
I love that for you.
But he's got to win a game. I'm not wearing it on here until he wins a game.
I know. Did you see the thing where like he's going to keep cutting his hair until he wins, and now there's just a bald Joe Burrow surfacing on Twitter, and it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Don't Google it. It'll crush your soul.
I'm going to Google it right now.
Oh no, I need this reaction.
Burrow. Bald?
Bald. I don't know. Will it come up on Google? You may have to search Twitter.
Oh, let me go on Twitter. Okay, let's see. Joe
Burrow. Sam, you're just hurting your own feelings.
I'm not seeing any pictures yet. Top. Joe Burrow. I'm not seeing anything.
What? I swear I didn't dream a bald.
I didn't even know he was cutting his hair like that. Joe Burrow cutting hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, perfect.
I'm not seeing any picture of him as baldy.
Maybe Twitter banned it because it was that ugly.
Well, I'm picturing it in my brain, and it's not a good look for him.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
Yeah, where'd it go? I mean, I'm glad it's off the internet.
That happens to me all the time. I feel like there's so many times where I'm like, I definitely saw that, and then I can never find it again. That's the same thing with like looking stuff up on TikTok.
Yes.
Do you ever find it's super hard to find like specific videos on TikTok?
It's nearly impossible.
It's super hard.
Damn, no, it like doesn't exist anymore. I mean, good for us. But
well, if you find it, send it to me so I can
will.
see it because I do want to see it.
Oh, I will. And oh my God, that is the end of episode 18 featuring Darriel and Ashton. This was an incredible episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it. If you loved us featuring a guest, make sure to give this episode a thumbs up and to subscribe to us here on YouTube. Make sure to follow us on all podcasting platforms. We are available wherever you listen. Make sure to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Threads at the _podcast. Check us out on Twitter at Sam and Jordyn. And we'll be back next week, guys. We love you.
Bye.